What's up guys, Umar Nurmagomedov makes his return. He's facing off against Nate Maness in what is sure to be a ridiculously fun fight. But before we get into it guys, this video is sponsored by Full Reptile Collective, brought to you by Dan Hardy. Head over to their website at fullreptile.co.uk where you can find anything from training gear, t-shirts, hoodies, all the way to coffee. For an exclusive 10% off, use Dan Said So at checkout. Make sure to also check out their YouTube channel for some of the best MMA content out there, bar my own. Let's get back to the video. Obviously guys, we're going to start with Umar Nurmagomedov here. I'm going to stop saying Nurmagomedov because it is long, but Umar is a ridiculous specimen when it comes to this weight division. He has all the technical striking, it seems, of someone like Zabit mixed with the grappling advantages of someone like Khabib. Granted, it's not the level of Zabit and it's not the level of Khabib, but he's like a nice hybrid of both. He has a superb and outrageous kicking game. The switch kicks, the mixture of dynamic striking he possesses. When you step in after he throws his front body kick, if you step in to get around it, he throws in that lovely check right hook as well. Did it plenty of times against Brian Kelleher before he started implementing that chain wrestling game. Gets into the wrestling. If you evade that first takedown, Brian Kelleher underhook, stood back up, and everyone went, oh, okay, he's defended a takedown. Straight back on it with a second. Now defend a second. Now defend a third. Now defend a fourth. And while you're doing all that, as soon as they separate us, I don't care if you take me down, because I want that. The turning side kick he does as well, not to mention the, you know, feint low go high kind of system that Donald Cerrone kind of possesses as well. He's just so good. His hands are getting better and better. He has fought a very good level. When he came in and fought Morozov, that's the grappler. That is ridiculous. And if you look down who he was meant to fight, I think he was meant to fight Nathaniel Wood on his debut as well. Like, that got cancelled and he fought Morozov, but that would have been a ridiculous fight. He's such a high prospect that no one wants to fight him. But Nate Maness has come out saying, I'm going to knock him out. That is a bold statement, sir. So Nate Maness has had 3 fights in UFC. He has won them all. He is currently a record of 14-1. His last outing against Tony Gravely was very interesting because he was doing really good. Staying on the outside, working his boxing game, landing those inside leg kicks, really messing up Gravely's rhythm. But when it ever came to the grappling aspect, Gravely managed to get inside and he just outworked him and outpositioned him in those senses. Really hurt him, and it was the bell that saved Maness in that end of the first. Came out in the second, he landed that beautiful just feint left hook and then got up the middle with the uppercut. Pretty much sparked Gravely. Gravely's a tough dude as well, but there's a massive level difference when you're facing someone like Umar and Tony Gravely. If Tony Gravely, the wrestler, is rocking you, I hate to think of what Umar is going to do. Not to mention that Tony Gravely was out positioning, out working, and out grappling. Not to mention the striking. So the striking was competitive. I mean, Maness was definitely had the edge, definitely had the advantage, pushing the pace, landing the better shots until he got rocked. Came out the second, had a point to prove. I thought he was going to be done in that second round. Showed real grit, toughness. Personally, I don't think that's enough. I think Umar Nurmagomedov is going to ragdoll Nate Maness. I think he's going to put him into a position he's never been before. He'll feel trapped, he'll drown, and he will get smothered and choked out pretty quickly. I think it's going to be a real first round victory for Umar here. I think he whitewashes Nate Maness. I'll be honest with you, I don't give Nate loads of a chance. I think if he does have a chance, he has to pick his shots perfectly. He cannot rush, but he also cannot stay and you know, dawdle on the outside, because that's where Umar will take advantage. You have to punish Umar for any mistakes that he's going to make, which is not none. If he goes in for a takedown and you manage to defend it, punish him bad on the return, because you know he's going to chain that together. It's what Brian Kelleher didn't do. When they stood back up and he had that underhook, land the devastating clinch shots. You know, land an elbow over the top on the break. Don't just let him get back up and then reset and do your little bob back into the center. Don't do that, because he's not going to do that. He's going to be on you like glue, and you're going to be decimated if you don't do something, you know, really spectacular, to be honest. I don't know what kind of individual is going to beat Umar Nurmagomedov at this point, because he is showing so much hype and potential. They're kind of feeding Nate Maness to me, because the record suggests he's a very, very high level talent, but the fight against Tony Gravely and Munoz and whoever, it hasn't wowed me, and that's the honest truth. For someone with that record, I expected to be wowed. You know, he's got a nearly identical record to Umar, and look at the difference in level of competition he's facing and how he's finishing them all, you know. I think Umar's going to win, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. So I've got Umar, guys. I'm not sure who's going to beat Umar down the line, but it's going to be a high level guy, if any. It's not going to be Nate Maness for me. What do you reckon? Like the video if you have enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and we'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the fights, guys. Cheers.